Welcome back to Yes, We're Adopted. Don't make it weird. I am Brett. That's Davo. We already went to Wendy's. Sorry you didn't get to join us for that one. You know, maybe next time. So, real quick announcement for you guys before we get started. Next week, we will not be having an episode because Davo is taking his family like 6 hours away to a camp where they're gonna be riding horses and braiding each other's hair and shooting bow and arrows at each other or something.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happens at camp. I don't really know. And I'm going to be producing an event for the full week, and it's gonna be busy and tiring, and so I'm not gonna want to talk to people. But this week we're gonna do something fun. Now, Davo and I were kind of looking for different topics to talk about as far as adoption goes. And, you know, because we're kind of running low on ideas, so please send us ideas. That would be awesome. But we ran across this article. And this article is just all kinds of special. Just all kinds of special. It is from livestrong.com. I'm going to post the link in the description. So make sure you guys check that out because it's interesting. Here we go. This is the pros and cons of adoption.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the pros and cons of adoption, everybody.
All right.
This is universal pros and cons. Wait, I'm gonna wait until the light comes back. Come back, light. Baby, come back.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
That's funny. Okay, sure, yeah.
All right.
What I mean.
Yeah, pros and cons of adoption because adoption is full of cons.
Like convicts?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what it is.
Gotcha.
Adopted convicts.
The
What?
professionals of
Did
adoption.
you see that guy?
Yeah, it's like
He's carrying some kind of board on his motorcycle. That did not look safe. Pro number one, you get to rescue a child. It's literally what it says. Rescue a child. That is the pro.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Alright.
Because rescuing a child is the be-all end-all of adoption.
Yeah, it is.
That is the point. Absolutely. It's not about raising adults and it's not about relationships. It's literally rescue a child. So that's definitely going, if like, okay, so the pro and cons list just cracks me up because it's like, okay, you're on the fence about adoption.
Uh-huh.
So
you're looking up a pro and cons list.
Right? Let's look at the pros and cons of this thing. Right? Oh, I can rescue a child. Also, the wording on that just makes it sound like you're rescuing them from like a burning building or something,
Yeah,
right?
you are.
Like,
It is a burning building. The burning building is their life. Yeah, no, it's special. We've talked about this many times, you know? Like, check out our one video on the superhero complex of adoption. You know, you're not supposed to be rescuing a child. That's not what adoption is about. But according to this website,
it's a definitive pro.
It is a pro.
It's a pro.
Way to rescue that child.
You did it.
You are now a superhero and therefore invincible.
Ta-da!
Yeah. All right, let's skip down to one of the cons, okay?
So that's pro number one.
Yep, pro number one, rescue a child. Con number one is a long, challenging process. Adoption in general is a long, challenging process.
So again, if you were on the fence about it,
yup,
just know that you might not want to because it's a long, challenging process. Yeah. Unlike pregnancy,
yep,
which is totally easy and
so
short.
easy.
Totally.
Gosh, anybody can do pregnancy.
Yeah.
And man,
birthing.
Gosh, why don't you just do that?
Super easy.
So simple.
You know what's easier than both of those things? Doing nothing.
Oh!
I mean, just saying.
Oh gosh, but you get to rescue a child though.
So so far they've
it's
right?
it's even now. I mean, you rescue a child, long.
It maybe was a long
process,
but you totally rescued the child. Okay.
Okay. Number two.
Pro number two.
Pro number two.
All right.
Help the birth mother.
Okay.
Like,
isn't that?
Do you know the birth mother in this scenario?
I mean, okay, open adoptions are much more prevalent now than they were before. But if the purpose is to help the birth mother, then you should be looking at fostering, right? Like, how adoption doesn't necessarily solve that anything for that, because you separated a child from their mother,
Right.
and that's distressing to both of those people, right? And the mother, ideally, in every ideal situation, the mother gets her life together. The parents get their lives figured out, and adoption becomes unnecessary. And so if you're gonna adopt to help the birth mother, I don't understand how that's helping in and of itself.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't.
Right.
Okay.
There's so many other things that you can do to help out.
You can help in lots of ways
without the long, arduous process on the con list.
I was thinking about, it's just so long. The process is just so long.
Yep.
But I could rescue, but then you can rescue two people.
You can rescue both people.
You are rescuing
two
people. Imagine how good your ego will feel.
You are like the best human being.
You're probably really good.
If you rescued not just one, but two people.
You're probably really good at life.
Gosh. Congratulations.
Okay.
Way to go.
We should definitely be adopting. So far, I mean.
Yeah, any birth mothers out there need help?
We'd like to rescue your child and help you in the process.
That is like the worst thing to say. That is a horrible thing to say. Oh gosh. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Number two con.
With those pros, why even have cons?
Right, exactly.
Right.
I mean, it should outweigh it right there.
Yeah.
It does. It does outweigh it right there.
All right.
Number two, cost.
Because
adoption is expensive.
Sure. Again, unlike biological children,
hospital stays.
Yeah, I mean, that's super cheap.
Doctor's appointments.
Very efficient.
Everything up to that point.
Having children is just super efficient.
Yeah.
And very inexpensive. Unless you're adopting.
Yeah. But
I mean, if the cost is prohibitive to you, why are you making a pros and cons list about it?
Because I get to rescue two people. Not just one, but two.
And imagine the sacrifices that you would make.
Oh man, that makes you an even better person, I think.
In order to.
So I think that should be in the pros list then, because it makes you a better person. The more money you spend, the more you sacrifice, the better you are.
Yes.
Like, you know, like Batman, he sacrificed his family by having them get shot. And therefore, he was the greatest.
That's an exact parallel.
Yeah.
That's totally not what they meant by any of that.
I know.
That's how we're reading it.
We're just taking it out of context. Here we go, baby.
I mean, it's still, I think we're accurate. Okay.
No, we are accurate. All right, here we go.
Right.
Number 3 on the pros list.
Right.
And I don't understand what this means. For the adoptive family. That's what it says. It says
for the adoptive.
Yeah, for the adoptive family. Like you, I guess. Are you the adoptive family that this is pro for?
What they said for their pros is basically they just listed the people involved.
Yes. Says families seek to adopt a child for various reasons. Some see it as a civic or religious duty to grow their family with an adoptive child. I love how that's the civic duty.
Yeah.
Others cannot have a biological child, and a desire of completeness and satisfaction some feel in raising children. Still, others do not want to tax their body through the challenging pregnancy process, or cannot take the necessary time off work to have a child, but still want to love a child of their own. That last one. What in the world? But the cost, though. You can't take off time, but the cost, man, you gotta make that money.
Well, it can be expensive because they're saving you all the time you'd have to take off.
From taking off work in order to have that kid. Oh my gosh.
That wins.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best reason. The best reason to adopt is because you don't have enough vacation days. You just don't have enough vacation days.
So that's a pro.
Oh my gosh.
That is a pro.
That's fantastic.
Right there. All right. Last con. Challenging children.
Yep.
All children, all biological children are angels.
All of the time.
They just angels.
Zero challenges. None.
Yep.
At all.
But adoptive children, all of them are challenges.
All of the challenges.
Yeah.
They have all of the problems. Imagine the ego boost you'll get. And you don't have to take all that time off work.
Yep. Oh gosh,
That's my favorite maybe so far.
Right? I've never heard that one.
I've never heard that. What?
That is hilarious.
So, you adopted. Why did you adopt? Oh well, we wanted to have kids, but we just couldn't take the time off. To have a pregnancy.
That one wins. I think that wins the that wins the pros and con list right there.
Is that legitimately anybody's actual
I have
reason?
never heard that one.
I
never once heard
really
that one
curious
before.
to know.
Yeah.
If that is a
Comment
thing.
below if you've ever heard that one before. Genuinely curious about this now. Devo,
Yeah.
according to this list, did this list convince you to either adopt or not adopt?
Well, I mean, I was on the fence about it before.
Yeah.
But now that I've heard the pros and cons, because numerically there were 3 of each,
Yes.
it just came out even for me.
Just because the number was the same.
Because there was 3 on each side, so that's just equal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, articles like this are hilarious. Cares.
I'm trying to imagine the scenario in which like my parents would have sat me down, right? And like and I've always known I was adopted, and they told me like several parts of the story, and like I knew why and all that kind of stuff. But like to hear the scenario where they sit down and they're like, okay, little Timmy, here's the deal.
That was your name?
Yeah, I changed it on my own. They sit down, you know, their kid, and they're just like, well, we you know, we're on the fence, and we knew we wanted to adopt because then we rescued you, and as a bonus, we totally helped your mom.
Yeah.
Plus, for the adopted family.
For just that. For the adoptive family. Oh.
Because we made a pros and cons list, and here's what we came up with, and here you are today.
So ridiculous. So freaking ridiculous. I love it though. I love how ridiculous it is. So let us know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Have you heard any of these reasons? Have you been on the fence about adoption before? And what kind of either puts you over on one side or the other? Because there's 3 of each. So we cannot make up our mind.
Yeah, that list is comprehensive.
Yeah, we cannot make up our mind on which one is better. Adopting or not adopting. So again, thank you for joining us. I am Brett. That's Davo. We're gonna head into Target for a little bit. We will see you in 2 weeks. We love you guys. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
You just... Was that a high five, or were you turning the thing? Were you just... Is that a transition?
I don't... Like, they're still here.
I'm trying to...
Go away!
Why are you...
Ah!